Hi everybody! Today we're going to be working on a peach look from the palette that I got last year from Profusion. This is their Peaches palette. It has mattes and metallic eyeshadows. There are 3 in this palette. So that's the eye look for today. It's going to be a peach eye look. Also, today we're just going to start out using a bronzer around the perimeter of the face. Today I'm going to use Hula bronzer from, I believe, Benefit is who makes it. So, starting out with a bronzing brush, just lightly around the perimeter of the face, underneath the chin, underneath the cheekbones. And there we have one half of the face done with that. I use sort of the E3 method. It's kind of strange, where I make a 3 on one side of my face and an E on the other, and it helps hit the forehead, under the cheekbones, and under the chin, along the jawline, and it gives me a really pretty look. And it keeps it soft, and it keeps bronzer just about where it should be. On the forehead, definitely. Under the cheekbones gives it a little bit of a sculpting feeling to it, and then definitely under the jawline. It helps to sort of blend everything together and flesh the face out. Next, I am going to use a Profusion blush palette. This one right here came out a few years ago. It has a beautiful shade called Lush, which is a matte shade, and I'm going to use that today on the cheeks just as a blush. It's very similar to a bronze color. It's sort of a tanned peach, and I'll use that as my main blush color. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Playful, which is right near it. It's this one right here. And I'm going to use that as a highlight on the cheekbone. So I'll get that out of the way. I have found that if you've got a really glowy blush color, one with a good deal of shimmer, and you don't want to use a separate highlighter, it's not necessary. And likewise, you can use that really shimmery blush as a highlighter. So don't feel the need to actually go out and buy all these things in order to make it work for you. You can find a glowy blush in your collection and have it work just as well. So next, I'm going to start on the actual eye look. I am going to begin, and this is going to be a hardcore peach kind of a look. This is going to be definitely peach, a lot of orange looking. We are starting today with this bright orange called Ecstatic, right here, using a flat eyeshadow brush, just like this one, and dipping into it, then going into the lid, the eyelid. Now I've already put on foundation and concealer, and I've done my brows to help save you a little bit of time. But if you would like to see how I do foundation and brows, please let me know, and I might set up a look like that where I go through and really explain in depth what I'm doing in a different video. So there's the orange done. Next, I'm going to take a crease brush. It's very fluffy, really pretty though. My favorite one from Royal and Langnickel. And going back into the palette, this time in a shade called Outgoing. It's a mid-tone camel shade right here. And this is what I will use to diffuse that bright orange, because it is bright, and let it blend a little more seamlessly into the crease. So you can see how it's starting to blend out and look a little more cohesive. For the outer V in the crease itself, I'm going to use this deeper reddish brown called Outspoken, and I'm just putting it in the outer V. So this part right here, so like the outer third of the crease, and then meeting it down into the lash line. That creates sort of a V shape on my eye, and very possibly will create a V shape on your eye as well. And just sort of tap that in. I find that this shade especially, a little goes a very long way. And then back with the first crease brush that we used, going to blend that color a bit further, just in little circular motions like this. So we have sort of a beautiful gradient on the eye where it starts out a little lighter, and then the deepest colors are in the corner, and it sort of blows out from there. Using the other end of my beautiful eyeshadow crease brush, it is a smudge brush, I am going to dip into, again, the Outspoken color, but first I want to give a little more zhuzh to it. So I'm going to go into the bottom color called Bordeaux. It's a beautiful purple, and it's metallic, so it's going to really draw some great attention to the eye. And this is going to go underneath. And then meet the outer V up on the top. So it's sort of starting to create what will be an elongated wing on that side. So again, I'm going to repeat that process. There. Now I'm flipping the brush over because technically I've only used one side of it, and I'm going to go into the top center shade called Wannabe and use that from the inner corner out to meet up with the Bordeaux shade. So there we have the eyeshadow almost done. We're going to take in one more clean crease brush into the lightest shade right here called Polite. It's a cute name. And use that on the very tippy top of the eyebrow in the arch to bring a little more light to what could be a very attention-grabbing look. So we're basically done with this palette here. Again, Profusion Peaches 9 matte and metallic eyeshadows. I got it last year. It ended up being a great purchase. I really have enjoyed it a lot. So from here, we're going to use a dark brown eyeliner in the waterline. So that little line right here above your lashes, in between, it's that wet part of your eyelid. It's a little tricky, so if you haven't done it before and you feel like you're totally messing it up, don't worry, it takes practice, and it did take a lot of practice before I got good at it. I find that anchoring my pinky finger on my cheekbone helps it a lot. And then I use the pinky finger to sort of tug the eyelid down just a little, and it gets me a good solid line. Now, you might have noticed I'm taking it up into the actual tear duct, which draws some good attention to that part of the eye, makes it a little more feline, which is a gorgeous look. And then we have our waterlined eyes. I'm going to repeat on this side. Hopefully everybody can still see, or else this is all for naught. There, yay! So there's that. Next up, going to use liquid eyeliner, this time from Revlon. It's their black brown shade in the Colorstay liquid liner. This is the part that's going to take a lot of practice. I'm going to do a winged eyeliner. Wish me luck. It's not my favorite. I've been practicing myself. Having done eyes and just general makeup on other people, I found that I had to perfect that, and then I got good at it. I completely neglected practicing this on myself. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it works out fine. Hopefully I don't poke myself in the eye. I think we got it. And of course you probably didn't see any of it because my mirror was in the way. We're going to repeat it on this side. This is my bad eye. This eye I'm pretty good at, she says, as she continues to mess everything up. But here goes. I start from almost the center, a little on the inside, and then go completely on the inside and bring that around. Then dip into this as many times as you need to. I do find that it does deposit a lot of color on the little tip that it gives to you. Super thin tip too. But you need a lot of color to do a wing. So don't be afraid to go back in. There, almost done. Yay! I did it! I feel so accomplished now. Anyway, so going next, going to lips. This one's going to be fun. I am using a color from e.l.f. called Praline. Beautiful shade. It's a sort of a medium brown with a hint of like a rose to it. It's very pretty, but it's kind of dark, which is where we get this sort of autumnal feel from this peach eye look. So I'm going to line and use it to line and fill The lipstick itself is very slim. Fun thing about the e.l.f. products is the tip right here comes out and it's a sharpener. So if you do like a sharper line, you can keep your lipstick sharp. I prefer to use it just rounded off like this. So there's the first part of the lips done. Now we're going to have some fun. Again, with Profusion, picking up on the theme now, I have a Metal Matte Lip Cream. This one is called Stellar. It's a gorgeous peach shade, and it has a little bit of a pink and some gold shot through it in a shimmer. And so I thought, oh, how beautiful to put on top of this brown lip. So I'm going to dot it just in the center and sort of press my lips together to blend it out. And you can see how that looks. Oh, so pretty. I like it. Next up, yay, we're going to do mascara. I got it again. I got it back. CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion, the Clump Crusher, water resistant version in the deep black shade that they've got. Clump Crusher is my ride or die. I have to have it. When I was using the purple one, Lash Blast Fusion, I just felt like a bit of me wasn't with me, and so I had to go out and get some more of the green stuff, which is the best. So, I mean, for my purposes at least. So, get these lashes good and dark right up to the root, wiggle it out to the ends. And with this look, don't be afraid to just go hardcore, 2-3 coats. Your lashes are doing battle with the winged liner. If they need attention, you've got to pay it. That made total sense, Megan. But you get what I'm saying. You've got to up the ante. So, bottom lashes, again. Everybody has a mascara face. Don't be afraid to use yours. We're heading into the home stretch. Almost done. I can feel it. So, now that the look is basically done, you can look back at yourself, look in the mirror, see if there are any things that are annoying you, especially, and then go back and correct them, because there's nothing that says makeup has to be perfect the first go around. I'm finding that the liner in my waterline has softened a bit more than I'd like for it to, which is totally normal because that part of your waterline gets wet, and you know, just as you're blinking, it sort of moves around. So, back with the Espresso shade, back into the waterline. There. And now we're back. Good to go. On a roll. Whatever you want to call it. Alright. I'm liking how this looks. It's not too matte, but it could be better. So, I'm going to pull out my Wet n Wild Photofocus finishing spray and just give a few sprays. Takes down all the powder look and leaves me looking kind of fresh, a little more natural. Not dewy though, just more of a skin finish. There we go. And the look is done, dare I say. So, I hope you've enjoyed me and my antics today. I'm feeling pretty cool because it's November. It's almost Christmas time, which is my favorite. I've got family coming in for November for Thanksgiving, and I'm very excited to see them because it's been years since I've seen them, and I'm really excited to introduce my daughter to them. So this is going to be the look that I'm going to wear for Thanksgiving, and I hope to have it photographed really well. So I'm going to go out, take some pictures. I'm going to use that as my thumbnail so you can see what it all looks like in a still, and hopefully you have some fun practicing looks like this, or if you go out and get a peach palette and practice the exact same look, that would be really cool. I'd love to see pictures of it. So if you enjoyed my video, press like, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And until next week, have a great week, and I hope everything goes great for you.